Good morning. I hope you had a great weekend this weekend. This is going to be a blessed day today. It's going to be a good one. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a great one, y'all. We're gonna get started today, and I hope y'all looking forward to an amazing week, to a great week, man. I had a great weekend this weekend. It started off Friday night with the brothers, man. I really enjoyed being with the brothers over at the Temple of Praise, man. It was so amazing, and then Saturday was great. Got a lot of work accomplished, and then on yesterday, service was so good. Service was a blessing. It really was. The worship and the word was amazing. And so I'm looking forward to it. So y'all come on in. Everybody get in. Good morning, everybody. Appreciate you being on today. Over on the conference line. Thank you for joining me on the conference line. Hey, what's up, Brother Isaac? Appreciate you being on. Good morning to you. I pray all is well. I pray that everything is going good. Hey, Sister Donna, good morning to you. What's up, me? What's up, me? How you doing, girl? These are my early risers, man. I have people that watch the posts later in the day. Then I have people that are on early in the morning. Hey, Minister Patrice. And so my early risers, y'all on here with me early this morning. What's up, Sister Lamisa? Hey, Sister Dacia. Hey, everybody. You know, now we're gonna get into it. I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes. Hey, you joining us over on the conference line. I hope my volume is up because somebody told me before that they couldn't hardly hear in some of my posts, and so I want to make sure I corrected anything that needed to be corrected. Hey, what's up, everybody over here? Appreciate y'all being on, man. It is definitely going to be an amazing day. So we're gonna get my time going, so we can get into it. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Sister Judy, man, Brother Webster was over at the men's conference, at the men's roundup. I am so appreciative of you sending Brother Webster over. You know, yeah, for all the ladies that sent their husbands, their spouses, their loved ones, sons, or whatever. Yeah, thank you so much. So let's get this time started. We're gonna get right into it. So here's what I want to talk to you about today. Today is really a day of reflection, right? All around. Today is September the 11th. I'm really excited about the day for one reason. This is my granddaughter's birthday, man, Jasani. Man, this girl here is such a diva, man. Oh my God, my granddaughter is such a diva, y'all. She's a girly girl for real, for real. She's a girly girl, and man, she is asking something for her birthday today that only a diva could want. Something to get herself all pressed up. And so I'm excited about that because she's 17. Oh my God, Lord, this time is passing by fast. And then the other thing that we're reflecting on happens to be what happened on this day, man, 22 years, 23 years ago, September the 11th, 2001. I don't know about any of you. Can any of you guys remember what you was doing on 9/11? On 9/11 in 2001, I can remember it so vividly. You know, I was in management during that time. I was the director of technical services at the computer company that I was working for, and I was in my boss's office, and me and him was looking at that at that transpire with those planes hitting the tower, and in the moment, it really didn't have a whole lot of expanded impact other than I seen it was tragic happening in the moment, right? So in the moment, you don't realize how expansive a situation is when you're in the moment. When you're in the moment and you're kind of watching it, and things are going the way it's going, you're not really, man, you don't get the full impact of actually what's occurring. And so as the year went on and the years passed, we began to see the tremendous impact that that day had on the worldwide, the world over wide, everywhere, right? And we are still affected. And this is what I want you to connect with. We are still affected by what has happened over 22 years ago. Anytime you get ready to fly, anytime you get ready to go into the airport, the security that you see right now is the result of what happened over 22 years ago. Those long lines has to do with the 9/11. You pulling off your tennis shoes and your shoes, that's the result of 9/11. All of that stuff has to do with what happened on that particular day, and it changed the course of our lives tremendously. And so when we reflect and we look at that, those instances, those things have changed our lives, and many times what ends up happening is we become desensitized to what has gone on. Now we've been into this whole aspect of 9/11 for over 2 decades, and so it's almost like we're kind of desensitized. It doesn't really phase. It's still aggravating when you go to when you go to the airport. You got to take your shoes off. I don't know about y'all. I don't like doing that. I don't like taking off my shoes and taking my belt off and derobing, if you will. Just taking all my stuff out, taking all my computers out the bag, and then I gotta hurry up and struggle to put all that stuff on. I don't like all that. But that's the result. That's the result of what happened on September the 11th, 2001. That's the result. What am I saying? We're in the third quarter. We're in the third quarter of the year, and technically we're at the end of the third quarter. So we're in into September, and so it's time for us to reflect on those other 2 quarters. We passed halftime, y'all. If we was looking at it in sports, we passed halftime, and so right now where we're actually at the end of the third quarter. And what you cannot do is you cannot look at what has happened in the past. Those past 2 quarters of this year, man, whatever didn't get done, you got to keep it moving. Whatever you thought was going to happen, whatever transpired that was negative or adverse, you got to keep it moving. Even if you had a bunch of wins in the first 2 quarters, in the first half of this year, and now we're in the latter part. Celebrate the wins, but you got to keep on going, because I know you're not where you want it to be by the end of this year. Not if you're a person of planning, not if you're a person who has an expectation for what you're expecting for towards the end of the year. So you can't get hung up. Now it's time for you to reevaluate, kind of reassess, look at things and say, okay, I don't have but another quarter and maybe another couple of weeks. I got 3 months and a couple of weeks to make sure that I accomplish the goals. When I started off this year, in my first couple of 10-minute tune-ups, I was saying, man, you got to set some goals. You got to set some goals, right? You got to set some goals. And let me give you some things that you need to do and you need to focus on. Number one, you need to really become diligent about this. You got to assess this. You can't just go, well, it didn't happen by now, and now you're getting tired or you kind of getting weary because things have not transpired. No, you got to get diligent. Now it's time to put in the work, because you only have one more quarter and a couple of weeks to go. So now you got to put in the work, and you got to be, number two, you got to be deliberate. You got to do it. You got to do it on purpose. You can't just say, you just kind of throw it in, leave it in your mind, because sometimes that's what we do. We put things in our minds and we kind of mull over it in our minds. We kind of like think about it, and then we just keep on going, doing what we was doing before. We just keep on doing whatever we were doing before. You can't do that. You can't keep playing the game that you was playing before if you was losing. You got to make some adjustments, and deliberate adjustments is important. You got to do this on purpose. You got to intentionally do it, right? And then you got to be a person who's willing to start getting into the details. You got to be willing to get involved in the details. A lot of things that transpire in our lives happen as the result of details. You know, the details that we pay or we pay attention to or we do not pay attention to. And so when we are dealing with things in our lives and we're trying to make things happen, we generally don't really worry about the details. We just figure it's gonna happen, but you gotta be detail oriented because all of those little facets, the little things, those little details that you want to kind of mull over and don't worry about is like let me give you an example. You setting up this great meal, right? You got a great meal planned for some friends, and everybody's coming over for the meal you got prepared. You got everything ready. You got your entrees, you got your desserts, you got your appetizers, but you also wanted to have some veggies. You want to have a salad, a tossed salad, right? And you got everything down. It's 10 minutes before the people supposed to get there. And guess what you don't have? You don't have no salad dressing. That's small. It's only salad dressing. It's not just only salad dressing. You about to have some dry lettuce. If you don't come up with a plan, you're going to have some dry lettuce. Why? Because when you made your list, you wasn't detailed enough to put down the salad dressing, whatever it is, ranch, whatever, Thousand Island, vinaigrette, whatever. You didn't take the time to make the salad dressing a part of the details. And so now it's 15 minutes before your guests get there. And guess what? You don't have no salad dressing. Now you're about to have some dry grass, some dry lettuce. So details are important. And that's what actually happens when people don't pay attention. You end up not achieving what you really want to achieve. And here's the last thing. The last thing is that you gotta watch out for distractions. Yeah, distractions. The devil is a good distraction artist. He'll get you looking at one thing that has nothing to do with what you got going on right now. Whatever. He'll move you away, get you focused on something that's not going to help. It's not going to help. It ain't going to do nothing but hinder. And so he pulls your attention away. Okay, my time is up, y'all. But he pulls your attention away, and he does it purposely. Distractions is what he's good at. He's extremely good. The devil is extremely good at distractions. He did it to Eve and Adam and Eve in the garden. He stopped them from looking at all of the other trees in the garden. All of the other trees. God said you can have the run of the mill. Everything in there you can have. And he gave them a tunnel vision and distracted them by one tree God said they couldn't have. One tree. All the other trees they could have. It was a distraction. And guess what it did? It ended up undermining their ability to have a life that God wanted them to have. And they really wanted to have. So you got to be careful of distractions. Don't allow distractions to put you in a position where you miss out on the whole large opportunity, the big moment, being drawn away by that little bitty thing. Don't let that one person, that one thing, that one mistake, that one missed opportunity, don't let none of that stuff distract you. Look at the big picture because God has got more for you. I'm sorry I went over time, y'all. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all being on. Oh my God. Look. Hey, Sister Tanya, what's up? How you doing? Sister Tanya is my note taker today, y'all. Sister Tanya is my note taker today. Appreciate it. And to her and all the other note takers out there that be doing their thing. Thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all so much. So happy birthday to Sister Rhonda Gross. We missed our birthday. Her birthday was Friday, y'all. That's my neighbor and my member. Happy birthday to you, Sister Rhonda. I hope you had a great weekend. And to all of you that have celebrating birthdays, happy birthday to you guys also. And I want y'all to have a winning week this week. Remember, if you're gonna win, you need a partner. And what better partner to be in this game of life with than God. Partner up with God, stay in contact with him, because he is definitely the ultimate partner to be in life with. Ultimate partner. So y'all have a great one. Y'all, God bless y'all, and I'll talk to y'all a little bit later.